Martha loved Halloween as much as she loved the smell of Grandma's cinnamon buns. Her room was decorated with paper bats, and 3 tiny smiling pumpkins sat on her windowsill. This year, she wanted to make the biggest, brightest pumpkin lantern ever, one that glowed like a tiny sun. She picked the roundest pumpkin at the market, brought it home, carved starry eyes and a crescent smile, and placed a candle inside. But the flame flickered and went out, even though there wasn't any wind. She tried again. The flame lit up, then quickly died. Gently, Martha placed her hand on the pumpkin's rough skin and whispered, "What's wrong? It's okay to be scared. I'm here with you." Suddenly, from deep inside the pumpkin came a soft little sigh, like a shy baby, and for a moment, the light returned. In the dark, she thought she heard a tiny voice whisper, "Scared." It gave her chills, but the good kind, the kind that means someone nearby needs your help. Martha sat for a long time, holding her flashlight, wondering if she had really heard the voice or if it was just the wind playing tricks. But the candle flickered again, and this time the voice was clearer, soft, gentle, almost like a child's. "I can't shine. I'm scared of the dark." Martha blinked and smiled. "But you are the light. How can you be afraid of the dark?" The pumpkin replied, "It's all around me. When everything goes out, I'm all alone." Martha thought about how she used to be scared of sleeping without a nightlight because she imagined shadows hiding strange creatures. "You know," she said, "maybe the dark is scared too. Maybe it just needs someone to talk to. What if we shine together?" The pumpkin said nothing, but little sparkles shimmered in its carved eyes, almost like a smile. Martha knew something important had begun, like 2 scared little ones choosing to be brave together. The next morning, Martha had a plan. If her pumpkin was scared of the dark, it needed a special kind of light, one that wouldn't fade from fear. Her grandma once told her about the spark of courage, a tiny golden flame that appears only when someone does something kind, even when they're scared. Martha wrapped the pumpkin in a scarf, placed it in a basket, and went out to find it. First, they visited the old windmill outside town where a cat named Merlin lived, a cat who, they said, had seen falling stars. "The spark of courage," purred Merlin, yawning. "It hides in hearts that keep going even when it's dark." Martha patted the pumpkin. "Then we must not give up." They walked through the autumn park where the rustling leaves whispered, "The brave are those who keep walking." As the sun set and fog crept in, the pumpkin whispered, "I'm cold." Martha answered, "Me too." But we're together just then. Her flashlight glowed warmer than ever. Outside the city, the path led them to an old forest that children usually avoided. People said, forgotten Halloween shadows lived there, ones that never found their light. The trees stood tall like giants, and fog swirled between them like soft whispers. The pumpkin trembled, its carved smile now a little sad. "I don't want to go in," it whispered. "I'm scared." Martha took a deep breath, hugged the basket, and said, "Being brave doesn't mean not being scared. It means going forward anyway." She took her first step into the forest, and her flashlight's glow scattered the darkness like golden rain. The shadows froze, then slowly began to glow, faintly at first, then brighter with each step. And Martha realized, darkness isn't bad. It's just waiting to be seen, waiting to be reminded that it's not alone. The deeper they went into the forest, the less scary it felt. Little golden lights started appearing, first behind trees, then swirling around her and the pumpkin. "Those are them," said a voice in the dark. A wise old owl with moondrop eyes glided down from a branch. They are lost sparks of courage. They once lived in children's hearts but were forgotten. The sparks whispered names: Anna, Peter, Sophie. Kids who had once been scared and had lost their light. Martha reached out. One of the sparks landed in her palm, warm as a breath. "Take it," said the owl, "but remember, it only glows for those who share it." Martha placed the spark inside the pumpkin. It glowed golden. I'm not scared," the pumpkin whispered. Martha smiled. "Then let's go home and share our light with others." On the way home, the forest looked different. The trees no longer seemed spooky, and the shadows peeked shyly from behind trunks. The pumpkin now shone with a soft, steady glow. Warmth filled the air, and even the fog felt cozy. "See," said Martha, as the city's first lanterns appeared. "Darkness isn't the enemy. It was just waiting to be noticed." The pumpkin glowed even brighter, and Martha was sure it was smiling. When they arrived, the courtyard was dark. All the other pumpkin lanterns had gone out, and the kids were sad. But when Martha placed her pumpkin in the center, its golden light spread out and reignited the others like magic. For the first time in years, it felt like the darkness around the city had truly smiled. That night, the city glowed in a new way. It wasn't just the pumpkin lights. It was the warmth people felt inside when they saw them. Families came outside, children laughed, and even the old street lamps shone a little brighter. Martha sat beside her pumpkin, watching its gentle light dance across smiling faces. "You did it," whispered the pumpkin. "But weren't you scared?" Martha smiled. "I just realized the light isn't in the candle. It lives here," she said, placing a hand over her heart, "and no night can ever take that away." The pumpkin glowed brighter than ever before, its smile now peaceful and full of joy. As dawn touched the sky, it whispered, "I'm no longer afraid of the dark, because now I know it's part of the light." Martha gently placed her hand on it in thanks, and from that day on, every Halloween, she lit not just a lantern, but a memory of the night, when even the darkness learned how to shine. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed the story, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.